Hello again. Right now I'm going to answer the question as to why my YouTube channel and my blog are called Escaping Godhood. This comes from a Mormon belief that worthy Mormons can make it to the celestial kingdom and from there be exalted into godhood. This started with Joseph Smith's assertion that God was once a man and that we can become gods. In his King Follett discourse, he said, God himself was once as we are now, and is an exalted man, and sits enthroned in yonder heavens. That is the great secret. If the veil were rent today, and the great God who holds this world in its orbit and who upholds all worlds and all things by his power was to make himself visible, I say if you were to see him today, you would see him like a man in form like yourselves, in all the person, image, and very form as a man. So, this is also echoed in Mormon scriptures, such as Doctrine and Covenants 132, which incidentally is the polygamy section, and this is why the early Mormons believed that you had to practice polygamy to become a god. It says in verse 20, Then shall they be gods because they have no end. Therefore shall they be from everlasting to everlasting because they continue. Then shall they be above all because all things are subject unto them. Then they shall be gods because they have all power, and the angels are subject unto them. And it's talking about people who enter into this new and everlasting covenant, which was originally polygamy, not just marriage. One of the reasons that for me it is an escape from godhood is that women don't really have it as good as the men. We are called forth as our husbands' wives at the resurrection by our husbands, not by God. We are only allowed to have one husband, while men are allowed to have more than one wife. Even now, when they don't physically practice polygamy, a man is allowed to be sealed to more than one woman, but a woman can't be sealed to more than one man. Even if her first husband dies, she'll have to choose which one she wants to be with in eternity. Also, if I were to still believe this, I would have to believe that I was going to have to take part in creating many spirit babies for my husband, and of course if I don't have sister wives, that would be quite a chore to fulfill that all on my own. Just consider how many people are on this planet right now, more or less over all of the thousands and thousands of years this planet has existed. And then when my spirit children went to their own earth to get their own bodies and work out their own exaltation, they wouldn't even worship me. Most of them wouldn't even know about me. The ones who did would barely speak about me. It would all be about my husband. All of it. If this planet, if our God, if the way the Mormon religion does things is any example of what they believe it will always be like, it's really not that great for women. The priesthood is everything. Being a man is everything. The men would have it great, but women not so much. There's also simply the fact that God has said that there are no other gods. Let me read to you from Isaiah. Incidentally, this is also in the Dead Sea Scrolls, which come before the supposed great apostasy that the Mormon Church believes in. Therefore, these verses are not adulterated by incorrect translations or men inserting or taking things out. So Isaiah 43:10 says, Ye are my witnesses, saith the Lord, that my servant whom I have chosen, that ye may know and believe me, and understand that I am he. Before me there was no God formed, neither shall there be after me. Incidentally, Jesus also says, I am he, in John chapter 8, I believe, which is part of what affirms the Trinity for Christians. Chapter 44 in Isaiah, verses 6 and 8, Thus saith the Lord of the King of Israel, and his Redeemer the Lord of hosts, I am the first, and I am the last, and beside me there is no God. Fear ye not, neither be afraid. Have I not told thee from that time, and have declared it? Ye are my witnesses. Is there a God beside me? Yea, there is no God, I know not any. No other gods. Simple as that. This is part of why Christians believe in the Trinity. If there's only one God, then for Jesus to have been deity, to have been God, as the New Testament does say, then he has to be the one and only God. He's just a separate personage of this God. One God, three persons manifested as the one God. So to me, I have left this prideful and arrogant doctrine that I could become a goddess, that my husband could become equal to my Heavenly Father. I have left it behind, and I have found the truth that all I need is Christ. I will never be as great as him, and I am content with that because I know that he will bless me greatly and fulfill everything I need, and I don't need to ask for more than that. I am not a creator. I am not divine. I am certainly not an eternal baby maker. And it's definitely an escape to freedom to know that. Thank you.